Day 6, our big day.
It was our anniversary.
Our anniversary, 20 years.
20 years.
Purpose of our trip. We decided to go up to the North Shore, and on the way, we stopped at another botanical garden.
Mm-hmm.
This one was a little bit different.
Yeah, it was smaller.
Yeah, but instead of driving through, like you got
We
out
got to
and
walk through, yeah.
So I felt like it was more immersive. The other one was so huge, it was almost like a park, and this one felt more like a garden. Mm-hmm. And they were very nice. The staff were there and were telling us about, like, I guess it was like, I don't know, the plant of the week. They were like, look, we just planted these, or these are just coming in bloom. It was kind of nice. Also, there was a nice bathroom there. I know I'm obsessed with those, but you could go down these trails. It looked like the lower part was closed off.
It was because they were doing construction on a little bridge.
Yeah.
That was down there, so.
But there was still plenty to see from where we were, and they had these paths that were all paved paths. But not only was it cool to be there and to see it, but to hear it and to feel like the coolness of the day.
Yeah, and there were lots of birds. When you said hear it, like I think we there was a lot of birds
and the wind blowing through the trees. Like we recorded some of it. And my hope was to come back and make like some meditative loop out of the audio because it was very peaceful there, very peaceful.
And not a lot of people. I don't know.
No,
I'm sure it's because of COVID, but it was probably there was one other. Maybe 2 other groups.
Oh,
of
there was
people?
another
Just
couple.
one?
Yeah.
Well, there was some girls with strollers.
Yeah, but we never even.
We just
really
felt like
ran
we were by
across them.
ourselves and kind of exploring on our own, which was really cool.
And I think part of it is the location because it's not by the beach. It's actually as you cut up through the middle of the island. It's just beyond the Dole Plantation, but it was just off the highway. It was a couple of minutes off the highway. Worth the stop. You know, it's free. You just go in and are able to walk around. They had some bench areas that you could sit. They had a little bamboo area that you could sit. But a beautiful morning, a great way to start the day. These are one of those
Look
massive
how big
trees.
these trees are. They're just so huge. The camera just cannot capture how big these were.
Really, it doesn't. It
Yeah,
doesn't
because
do it justice.
we've been to the redwoods, and these I felt like kind of can compete with them in size, don't you think?
Well, sure. Well, their canopies are way bigger, you know. Also, so it's not only do you have the height, but you have like it's just they're so spread out. And again, those vines that
And the roots.
or those roots. That's right.
Yeah.
That cut through the ground. It's awe-inspiring to look up into it. I wanted to give kind of the wide shot, so that was where I was just standing underneath it. But the canopy is just huge and beautiful. It makes you want to put one of those Swiss Family Robinson huts up there. So we went from there to get some breakfast, and this place was on our list, but really jumped up and surprised us.
I think it was my favorite meal, one of my favorite meals there. I loved it. It was so good.
Talk about this burrito.
Oh, it was a spinach tortilla, and it had like sausage and bacon and eggs and avocado, and everything was just so fresh. Like you could just taste how fresh all the ingredients were. It was so, like usually when I have a breakfast burrito, they're super heavy and I don't like them. Like this was light and yummy.
And it worked, all that stuff together. And this was the special of the day, so you know I'm
and
gonna
it
try
complemented it so well. So
So
we each halved each plate. So we got it the best of both worlds.
Yeah. These are the ulu waffles, and they're actually made with breadfruit. We talked to the lady afterwards who worked there. Just
Saying this was my favorite.
it was so good. And we got the lemonade, so they have all these juices, and they're fairly expensive, and it was just fine. The lemonade was good, but the food was outstanding at this place.
Super fresh and yummy.
Yeah, and that's the farm right back there where they grow a lot of the things. They import some of it, but it's locally.
Locally imported, yeah.
Then we went, this was my little detour. I am a huge fan of the show Lost, and I wanted to go stand on the beach where they were lost. And so we went to find that beach.
And it was basically a deserted island. We were like the only ones there.
The only ones.
So we got to enjoy some quiet solitude on the beach. One guy walked past us.
After like 45 minutes.
We were there for like, it felt like an hour or so. But
And I asked him what lies in the shadow of the statue because I knew he was a Lost fan also, and he was. He said he was off on an adventure, looking for adventure, and I was like, "You're a Lost fan." He's like, "I am." So this was one of our favorite experiences on the beach. Even though you'll find out later that it did not get top beach for us because of our last day, but so cool just to relax. We didn't plan on spending as much time here as we did, but it was so peaceful and so quiet that we stayed there for a long time. I could get lost on that beach if our plane crashed there. I'd be fine with it. Yeah. I mean, I guess eventually, as long as we had
it's a food source,
farm to barn right
yeah,
up the road.
Had. True.
That's true. We weren't all alone. We did have this little friend here.
Oh, he was so cute.
And we watched him he entertained us for a long time.
Yeah.
And I was impressed by this little guy because he knew beforehand just how high up the wave would go. And he would retreat just as far as he had to and then right back in to get what he was after. So I guess, we weren't totally alone. We had a little friend.
Yeah. One little bird friend.
Anyway, he was really cute. So that was our second kind of lost diversion that I was looking forward to, is to find this beach. I guess there's 5 of them. 2 of them are relatively easy to get to, and then there's 3 that are hard to get to. But we went from there to get some more shave ice because we decided that was our obsession now after coconuts, that we weren't having enough of it. And this was the place that everybody says to go.
That's the one that everyone says is,
right.
Yeah, to go to.
But they're also supposedly always long lines. We did not have, you could see there was
nobody there.
There was nobody there.
Thanks, COVID.
Yes. So we got, at this place, we tried a couple of new things. That blue flavor is blue pineapple, which I wanted to try. We got lilikoi again. What was your thoughts on Matsumoto's?
It was good, but I would say is not my favorite. The other, what's the other one called?
Coconuts.
Coconuts. I have such a bad memory. But yeah, this was still really good.
Yeah.
And if that was the only experience I had of shaved ice, I would enjoy it and want to go back for more.
Yep.
But in comparison, the other one was just so much softer and
a totally different texture. Yeah. And the flavors were good. I think we got mango. That's what it was. Lilikoi, mango, and blue pineapple. The flavors were good, but it made us actually want to go back to coconuts, which more on that later.
Definitely.
So then we went to another beach. We had talked about snorkeling here, but the waves were really high because it was wintertime. And so we just kind of laid out on the beach. Beautiful beach. And the sun was out, much sunnier than our last beach day. Mm-hmm. We didn't get rained on at all this day. It was just nice and sunny and beautiful. The Northshore was awesome for the beach, for the surf.
And I don't know if you can tell, I was on the phone.
Yeah, we were
on that picture.
We were talking with our kids. It was our anniversary.
Yeah, we were showing them the picture of where we were. And
so then we went to Shark's Cove, and this was another place that everybody said, hey, you got to snorkel here. And I was underwhelmed from when we got out of the car because it looked like a kiddie pool. And I thought, like, okay, are we really going to spend our time here? This place was phenomenal.
It was cool. The water was super clear.
Yeah.
It was really, really shallow. So I'm curious if the levels change as the tide changes. But
yeah. But even with it being shallow, like Lola said, it was super clear. You didn't even need a snorkel or goggles to see down into the water.
No, in fact, you were kind of swimming around, and I was standing up, and I was like, hey, there's fish over here you're missing, because they were out of his line of sight, but right next to your shoulder or something, and you missed them. And I was like, wow, those ones were really big.
So if you drive by this and like me are feeling like, oh, that doesn't even look like my cup of tea, I'd say go do it, because it was amazing. It was clearer than Hanamambe. It is small though, like you can just stand up almost wherever you are, as long as you're not standing on the coral or anything. There's little sandy spots, and you can stand up, so that you don't have to be a good swimmer to go here. And the fish are all over the place, and it's really beautiful. There is a little inlet that you can see there. See that long fella? There were some scary ones, like that first eel and that long guy that I was a little bit afraid of. I can be honest about that. But there was plenty of area to swim around, even though it also looked like there were, I don't know, 20 people that were in the water at the same time as I was. But there was still plenty of room where you didn't really run into anybody. Like you can see, it kind of opens up. We didn't spend a ton of time here just because we had spent so much of our time on the beach or eating delicious things. That's not a complaint. That's just, I probably would have liked to have spent a little more time in Sharks Cove.
Yeah, and I think I would have liked it because it was towards the end of the day, and so I think I would have liked it more because the water was a little bit cooler.
It was.
So I think I would have enjoyed it more if the sun was higher and if it was a little bit warmer.
Yeah, we kind of, we a little bit squeezed this in, and we probably could have spent some more time there. It was rough getting in.
Yeah.
It was super rocky.
It's really rocky don't go walk around there barefoot. You're going to have to wear some swim shoes.
And we had some swim shoes, and I think this was when we were most grateful to have had them.
Definitely.
Because I wouldn't have been able to walk out here. Definitely not in your bare feet.
You would have cut your feet up really bad.
Yeah. So it was rocky getting in, but then once you were swimming around, and I mean, you can tell how rocky it is from the inlet pictures and then from right here. But once you were swimming around, everything was fine, even though it was really shallow. Just clear and beautiful. What else can we say about Sharks Cove?
I don't know.
Oh, look, we can see your swim shoes.
There they are. My swim little. They're like kind of booty looking.
Yeah, but they had little pads on the bottom of them, which protected our feet. So really grateful to have those here. There she is. She's pointing out the big fish that I'm missing. So after that, we decided to leave Sharks Cove, and we wanted to go try Ted's Bakery because we heard it was famous and it was a must try. And it was the home of this chocolate cream pie that is exclusively Hawaiian. It was good. The pie was good.
I would say the pies we had the day before were better at the Diamond Head Market.
Shots fired, but I agree.
I enjoyed those more.
Yeah. So and Ted's was also shut down because of COVID, so we just were able to order and go.
Right.
And then we decided we were going to go for dinner. We picked Breakers. We were going to go to Haleiwa Joe's. Probably should have stayed with it. I just was underwhelmed with their menu options. But we chose Breakers. I got teriyaki chicken again, and you got a sandwich again.
I got it was a chicken sandwich.
Oh, that was your macadamia
Yes.
nut. Yeah. What did you think?
I wished there was more macadamia in it. There were some little pieces of it, but it was good.
I liked mine. Teriyaki chicken was good. So that was day 6. That was our anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.